In every sport, there comes a figure who redefines greatness, transcending even the legends who came before.
Here it is again. Oh, yes! Whose game is it? It's Michael Jordan's game.
In the 1980s, Bird and Magic stood as pillars of basketball, elevating the game for a decade. Yet, amidst these icons, an even greater legend emerged. These players consistently dominated their competition.
Get it pulled with a fresh shot clock. MJ. Oh, he did it! Michael shakes the...
And just when they seemed to reach their peak, they delivered performances so extraordinary that it felt as if they were possessed by the basketball gods themselves.
Allez, faut continuer à aller voler les ballons. Et ce diable de Curry qui nous fait mal.
In 2023, Caitlin Clark's rise to stardom was nothing short of meteoric, her name spreading like wildfire throughout the basketball universe, captivating fans and redefining the game.
Caitlin Clark.
We're talking about 40-point games, triple-doubles, and Caitlin Clark leading the entire women's college basketball scene in both points and assists. The numbers she posted were astronomical, almost like a glitch in the Matrix. But on March 26, 2023, something unimaginable unfolded. It was the Elite Eight of March Madness, the deepest Caitlin had ever ventured in the NCAA tournament and the brightest stage she had ever stepped onto in her career. Anyone would feel nervous in this situation. Sure, it wasn't the championship, but it was uncharted territory for her. A moment monumental enough to make anyone stop and realize just how much was at stake. Little did Caitlin know that on this cool spring day, she wasn't just about to play another game. This was the day she would transcend from a rising superstar into a basketball god, etching her name in history and capturing the attention of fans worldwide. In 2021, during Caitlin Clark's freshman year, her NCAA tournament journey ended in the Sweet 16 against the heavily favored UConn Huskies, led by standout star Paige Bueckers. This setback was a tough lesson for Clark, who was eager to make her mark on the national stage. The following year, as a sophomore, her season came to a shocking halt in the round of 32 against Creighton. The 10th-seeded Blue Jays stunned the nation by upsetting the 2nd-seeded Iowa team, quashing Clark's hopes for a deeper tournament run. However, 2023 marked a pivotal turning point for Caitlin Clark. She conquered the ghosts of her earlier seasons, breaking through to the prestigious Elite Eight, where she faced off against the Louisville Cardinals, led by the fiercely competitive Hailey Van Lith. Van Lith, another rising star with deep basketball roots, had previously been named the nation's top high school guard and ranked as the second-best player in her class. Just a year earlier, she had guided her team to the Final Four, achieving what Clark had yet to accomplish. Despite the formidable challenge, Caitlin and Iowa entered the game as the favorites, boasting an impressive 29-6 record. Louisville was not far behind, with a solid 26-11 season of their own. It all boiled down to this single elimination game, where, as Clark had painfully learned in the past, anything could happen in the unpredictable world of sports. Underdogs could shock the best, and this matchup was anyone's for the taking. The stage was set, and fans eagerly awaited how this story would unfold. The game began with a barrage from Louisville, fueled by Van Lith, who ignited her team with 8 quick points. As the game progressed, Clark knew that if her team was going to advance, she needed to be nothing short of extraordinary. After falling behind by 8 points, she put on her Superwoman cape, igniting a comeback with 7 straight points to cut the deficit to just 1. Clark's ability to score quickly was evident as she connected on a three-pointer that shifted the momentum. The arena buzzed with excitement, and the energy intensified when Sue Bird, a legend of the sport, was present to witness Clark's talent up close for the first time. While this wasn't a Golden State Warriors game, the comparisons to Steph Curry were undeniable. Clark commanded attention, drawing defenders with the same gravity as Curry himself. The match was a spectacle, with stars from both Louisville and Iowa delivering dazzling performances. As the game unfolded, Caitlin Clark demonstrated her exceptional skills and determination. It became clear to everyone that she was just getting started, setting the stage for an unforgettable showdown in this Elite Eight clash. In a thrilling Elite Eight matchup, Caitlin Clark and Hailey Van Lith combined for 13 points early in the game, setting the stage for a fierce showdown. If it seemed like Caitlin Clark was already on fire, it was just a warm-up for the volcanic eruption of talent that was about to follow. The energy in the arena was electric, and it was clear that this game was destined to be one for the ages. Clark's confidence soared as she pulled up for three-pointers from deep beyond the arc, drawing comparisons to NBA superstar Steph Curry. The Iowa superstar showed no signs of slowing down, relentlessly attacking the basket and showcasing her all-around skills. One particular pass highlighted her exceptional vision. It may have looked relatively easy, but making that connection under pressure was a tough feat. By this point, it was clear to everyone in the arena that Caitlin Clark had woken up that morning and chosen to dominate. As the second quarter began, Clark was far from warmed up, dropping her 18th point of the game. Louisville realized they had to get the ball out of her hands, resorting to double teams every time she touched it. Unfortunately for them, this strategy only played into her hands, as it opened up the floor for her to dish out perfect passes and set her teammates up for prime scoring opportunities. A pivotal moment came at the 7:44 mark of the second quarter. At first glance, a seemingly ordinary basket turned out to be significant. This was the first time Iowa scored without Clark either making the shot or delivering the assist.
That is more Steph Curry, man. It's the one with Steph Curry. Okay. All right.
What made it even crazier was that Clark still managed to notch the hockey assist on the play, demonstrating her impact on every possession. No matter what Louisville threw at her, whether it was double teams or aggressive defense, they simply couldn't contain Caitlin Clark's relentless drive and skill. Caitlin Clark was simply unstoppable in her latest game, showcasing an extraordinary level of skill and tenacity that left fans and opponents in awe. As the Iowa Hawkeyes faced off against the Louisville Cardinals, it became clear that this matchup was destined to be a classic. Louisville's head coach Jeff Walz was visibly frustrated as he watched his team struggle to contain Clark's explosive play. What can you say to your players when someone like Caitlin is out there doing the impossible? She was a walking highlight reel, firing up the crowd with her incredible shots and exceptional court vision. From the very start, Clark demonstrated her intent to dominate. Combining for 13 points early in the game with her teammate, it felt like she was merely warming up for what would be a volcanic eruption of talent. Fans in the arena could sense the electric energy. This was a game that would be remembered for ages. Caitlin pulled up from 3 feet beyond the arc, leading to comparisons with NBA superstar Stephen Curry. It was clear, Caitlin Clark was in a league of her own. The Iowa superstar showed no signs of slowing down, relentlessly attacking the basket and orchestrating plays with finesse. One particularly impressive pass that seemed easy was, in reality, a testament to her vision and skill. A tough pass executed flawlessly. By the end of the first quarter, it was obvious to everyone that Caitlin Clark had woken up that morning and chosen violence, scoring 18 points by the time the second quarter began. Louisville quickly realized they had to step up their defensive game and began throwing double teams at her every time she touched the ball.
Clark will fire and hit! The walking highlight reel, Caitlin Clark.
But Caitlin's ability to create space and make quick decisions only played into her hands. It opened up opportunities for her teammates, allowing her to dish out perfect passes and set them up for prime scoring chances. This was evident when Iowa scored their first points of the game without Clark making the shot or delivering the assist. Remarkably, even in that moment, Caitlin notched the hockey assist, showcasing her incredible impact on the game. With Clark at the helm, Iowa went on a 90 run, and the second quarter began with her dropping her 18th point of the game. The momentum shifted dramatically, and the Cardinals found themselves scrambling to respond. While they tried to contain Clark, Haley Van Lith, Louisville's star guard, began to raise her game, taking advantage of Iowa's brief moments of complacency. In modern basketball, no lead is ever safe, and in the blink of an eye, Iowa's double-digit cushion vanished. Van Lith led the charge in Louisville's comeback, chipping away at a 12-point deficit. As the score tightened, Caitlin's response was almost cinematic. One could imagine her entering a sort of cheat code mode, typing in "power overwhelming" as she flipped the switch back on. Over the next few minutes, Caitlin took control once more, scoring effortlessly from beyond the arc, attacking the rim and dishing out assists. She was in total command, and Louisville simply had no answer for her. The defenders were left scrambling, crashing into cameramen in their desperate attempts to keep up, which added to the chaotic energy in the arena. In just one quarter, Caitlin Clark transformed a nail-biting one-point game into a commanding 20-point lead. Fans could only sit back and admire the Golden Girls' incredible performance. By the end of the night, she had tallied an astonishing 33 points, 8 rebounds, 10 assists, and 4 steals.
Set up their press, that's why it's called.
Clark gets hit on the pass.
This performance not only secured a significant victory for Iowa, but also continued to solidify her legacy as one of the greatest players in college basketball history. As the game progressed into the fourth quarter, Caitlin seemed to channel her inner Game 6 Clay, leaving everyone watching in complete disbelief. By this point, Louisville recognized that their chances of winning were dwindling, so they resorted to more physical play in an attempt to slow Caitlin down and set up their press.
Now doable. Down 10 with 2:12 to go.
However, Clark's focus was laser sharp. More than just a win, she was chasing a historic milestone. No player had ever recorded a 30-point triple-double in NCAA tournament history, and she was only 2 rebounds away from achieving that remarkable feat. Despite Louisville's strong efforts, they were still determined to keep the game within reach. Down by 10 with just 2:12 left on the clock, they showed signs of life and attempted to mount a comeback. However, every time they clawed their way back, Caitlin shifted gears, quelling any hopes of a Louisville resurgence.
A 40-point triple-double in the Elite Eight.
The Cardinals put forth a valiant effort, with Van Leeth delivering an elite performance of her own, scoring 27 points on just 19 shot attempts. Yet, Caitlin was operating on an entirely different level. Her performance reached historic heights that night, culminating in a remarkable achievement: a 40-point triple-double in the Elite Eight, a feat that has never been accomplished in NCAA tournament history for either men's or women's basketball. This performance will be remembered and discussed in NCAA basketball circles for generations to come, marking a significant milestone in Clark's already illustrious career. With this victory, she secured her first ever trip to the Final Four. But more importantly, she cemented her place in basketball history forever. While Caitlin Clark has delivered countless performances worthy of record books, the Elite Eight showdown against Louisville is the game that elevated her legacy above all others. This was the night she ascended to basketball immortality. What's surprising, however, is that despite her immense college fame and legendary impact on the sport, particularly women's basketball, Caitlin still faces a significant amount of criticism and hate in the current WNBA landscape. The relentless negativity directed at her highlights the challenges she faces, even in the wake of her historic achievements. As the conversation continues around her legacy, it's crucial to explore the dynamics of her rise, the challenges she faces, and the broader implications for women's sports. To gain a deeper understanding of this narrative and see how it plays out in the current basketball scene, be sure to check out my detailed video breakdown on the topic, where I explore the layers of Caitlin Clark's impact on the game and the response from the community. This game against Louisville wasn't just a win, it was a statement, a moment that would echo through the annals of NCAA history. Caitlin Clark's journey has just begun, and fans around the world will be watching closely to see what she accomplishes next. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe. More videos are on screen now.